Hello and welcome to my bridge tutorial video. In this video I will be teaching you how to play bridge and overall how to become better at the game. If you like this video, consider subscribing, it really helps, and if you ever want to change your mind, you can just unsub later. Enjoy the video. There's many aspects to bridge, whether that's playstyle, game sense, or mindset. I'm just gonna make a full guide about each category related to bridge. So to make it easier for you guys, I made timestamps in the description so you can skip to each category you want and skip to each chip you want to see. There's two things we're gonna talk about and they matter most, and one of those things are called game sense, which is basically your knowledge of a game mode, and mindset, it's basically knowing that a person is better than you and you're worse than them, and you trying to improve by playing, watching your previous matches, learning from them, and then repeating. Also, I used some tips from other YouTubers, so I'm quite sorry, please don't hate on me. First rush in a game is the most important one, and if you're going to do any rush well, the first one should be your top priority. Winning the first rush will allow you the ability to improvise in whatever way possible, while your opponent has a big disadvantage with minimal bridge development. That means the bridge is not very well developed and it doesn't really have many blocks attached to it. And they also have pressure to counter, so it's gonna be hard for them to gain their pressure back, and it's gonna be hard for them to come closer to your goal while you're trying to go on them. And it's easier for you to score on the first rush with towering than any other rush, and that is purely because of how undeveloped the bridge is. Bypassing in 2v2s is way more effective than bypassing in 1v1s, but in both modes, bypassing in late game is way more effective than PvP, since the bridge is well developed at that point of time, and it's easier for you to wall run on it, and it's harder for you and your opponent to PvP on it since of how messy it is. To win most 1v1s, the best thing you can do is block hit spam. That minimizes the damage you take, and it still does damage to your opponent, and it's way more effective if you jump and block hit spam, because that gets critical hits on your opponent while you're taking very reduced damage from their attacks, and that minimizes the chances of you losing a 1v1 trade, because most of the damage you take is getting reduced and most of your hits are gonna be crits, so that's gonna be like very effective in 1v1 trades, and it's gonna be very useful if you wanna quickly win a 1v1. Also, using most of your items in bridge isn't always a bad idea. Using your pickaxe to make your bridge more developed is a good idea. Healing after a fight is also a good idea, which is kind of obvious. Also, blowing somebody before hitting them can be very useful, since that can get them to combos easier than just trying to click them out of existence. Say somebody spawn blocking on you, what do you do in that certain situation? So what they do is not stand still and do nothing, because that just makes it worse. Okay, I'm not gonna yell at you. Okay, sorry. The worst thing to do while you're getting spawn blocked is not standing still, because that makes them hold pressure on you while you're literally doing nothing about it. There's two things you can do about this: either develop a new bridge or play more aggressively towards them. You can also just let them go if they have the opportunity to do that, because having a full spawn block to deal with is just a pain. You can also try holding yourself from spawn blocking them, because if they regain pressure, they're not gonna be happy with you and they're gonna spawn block you even more than you spawn block them. Wings can be very useful. especially for bypassing, and they can also be used for holding pressure. And for you to counter a wing, you can diagonal bridge to the original wing that your opponent made, or you can break their original wing, and that will stop them from holding pressure. But you should also take in matter that breaking a wing is not easy thing, since it takes longer to mine a block than it takes to place one. So it's a more viable option to widen your bridge in a way that it connects with your opponent's wing, so it's easier for you to minimize your movement and go to your opponent's wing faster and stop them from going. You also shouldn't blame losses for things that aren't really irrelevant, like internet or this person may be cheating, because like that doesn't help you get a better mindset. To get a better mindset, you need to know what you're doing wrong and accept that and try to not do that again. That's how you get a good mindset, and that's how you can become a very, very, very good player. Although sometimes it may be true that the person is cheating or your internet is dying for no reason. Okay, I'm gonna end up in the video right here since it took me a very long time and I need to sleep. I'll make a part 2 if you guys want. I didn't cover everything that is in Bridge, and I also didn't show you guys examples, but that's still fine. You can still imagine that with my words. I don't see why you need examples, but it's kinda fun to give you examples, but my computer is kinda trash at the moment, so no. Well, anyway, I'm gonna give you some side tips before I leave. Okay, so game sense. Work on knowledge more than work on PvP, because if you get better game sense and you basically get smarter, it's gonna be easier for you to win bridge games. And you should also work on your mindset, because that's basically the way to win future games. Like, if you have a bad mindset, you're not gonna win a lot of games, because usually if you blame everything on internet or on the person you're fighting, or basically just have a toxic behavior, it's not gonna help you. You're just gonna end up having very negative feelings towards bridge, and it's probably gonna affect you very negatively on your skill. Also, you can join the Bridge Scrims, which is a very good server for training. I know training is boring, but if you're doing somebody that's better than you, and you have the dedication to win that game against somebody that's better than you, then it's not gonna be boring, and you're gonna find it fun, and you're gonna be learning a lot of stuff from them too. So I really recommend you to join the Bridge Scrims, because it's really gonna help you in your future games if you plan on not losing stats. Well, anyway, I'm gonna head off now. See you guys, and always take care.